Okay, everybody, so I know a little while ago I made an update video on basically the guy had serviced the first floor air conditioning. You can see they're both going right now. And I kind of just wanted to give you an update on basically what's gone on since. So as you know, we discovered this was kind of low on refrigerant back in either April or May, one of those months. And we had a guy come to look it over. He was like, yeah, it's a little low, but not too bad. So he had put some in, and then basically, I'd say maybe about a couple weeks ago, maybe, basically whenever I was on vacation from work, I was like, you know what, why don't we have the guy come here one more time, just look over everything, just to be sure everything is good, and, you know, because not long after that, or kind of around the same time, we started having that heat wave, so, you know, that was definitely a good time to make sure that everything here was working well. But, the guy who came was basically fantastic. He was very thorough with everything. He took off the cover panels there, and he basically he brushed away any cobwebs, dust that was inside there. He made sure all the wire connections were good. He also tested each of the run capacitors. Remember, I replaced this one last year, and he tested this one, which is still original. And he says, yeah, the run capacitors look good. He says your coils look very clean. So basically, I just asked him to come to just check the refrigerant pressures, but basically he did all of that extra stuff and didn't charge me a penny for it. So that's really good service. I love the fact that there's still people out there nowadays that do this. So basically, so from April or May until the third to fourth week of July, whatever it was, the guy came here, checked over both refrigerant pressures, especially this one. And he's like, yeah, you're still good. Everything looks fine. The both pressures were good. The line there is just sweating, as you can see. It's not iced up or anything. And yeah, he looked over the refrigerant pressures for both of these air conditioners. And he's like, yeah, you're good on both of them. You got nothing to worry about, or whatever you want to say. So I was very happy to see that. So I don't quite know why it was low to begin with. I mean, maybe on those security caps on there, maybe a piece of debris got in there and hit the Schrader valve or something. I don't know. I should tell you what, another thing I did do was, I actually did go to the evaporator again and then run the sniffer through, because I remember one of my friends had told me, you know, don't put the sniffer directly on the metal piping itself. It can cause a false reading. Just keep it just off of it. So I took his advice, and I ran the sniffer through as much of that evaporator as I could, and that thing didn't rapidly beep at all. So, you know, I don't know. And I mean, I even brought the sniffer tool out here as well, around here and around the condenser, and nothing happened. So maybe it was something with the Schrader valve. I don't know, but I mean, for the rest of the season, I think I'm going to say this is probably going to be fine. I will have it looked at again next year, just to be safe. But I think for the rest of the summer season, I think we're going to be fine. I just put my hand over both fans. They are both giving off a little bit of warmth, which is good. They both sound good. Like the capacitor's still working. They both sound like they're running to their full capacity. I guess that's the right word. Not capacity. What's the word? Potential. We'll just go with that, okay? Like they're both looking very good. Like both fans look pretty much identical in terms of speed. I put my hands on top of the motor for each one. It's not hot at all, so that's good. So, you know, again, so I'm happy it's working now. Again, no ice, so that's great. And again, maybe it could be something very small that happens over time. I don't know. So, like I said, what I'm going to do is, after next winter, I'm going to have the guy look at it again, check both the units, and make sure the refrigerant pressures are good. If they're good, then, you know, that's great. And then we'll see if, you know, if that remains to be true. But again, I'm just really glad that you know, these are still working great, because again, I love these units. Just the fact of the way that they're designed. You know, they're single stage. They have 3 fan blades, which is awesome, and they're full fan blades again. Really happy about that. So I should, let's see here. And I also, one other thing that I did too was, after the guy was here, I basically did the temperature test again. Remember last time I had I put that meat thermometer into the vents by the garage there? Basically, I tested both vents. I tested the vent that's closest to the air handler, which is right inside the mudroom there. And then I tested the vents all the way at the other end of the house, which is the farthest one away. And the temperature difference, the temperature difference came to about anywhere from 15 to 17 degrees. And for R410A refrigerant, that's fantastic. So even after that amount of time had gone by and everything, was checked over again, the vent temperatures are still giving a fantastic difference right by the air handler and far away from the air handler. So I'm very happy to see that. I mean, for one thing, it means that the ducts are very well insulated, which they are, and two, is that the refrigerant pressure should still be good. So I'm very happy about that. So anyway, guys, there you go. Some of you probably wanted an update on this HVAC equipment. I know some of you guys like that stuff. And yeah, these things are running great. They kept the house very cool during the heat wave that we had. It's since come down, which is nice. And I'm very happy that everything still seems to be working properly. So, like I said, I think we're good for this season. And hopefully everything will be good when next season comes around. But we'll see how it goes. But for now, things are working great. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.